Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into the exact strategies driving tomorrow's top businesses. We are holding a very targeted, jargon-free strategy session specifically for leaders in professional services. We're talking lawyers, accountants, consultants, business advisors. And look, we're not just talking about getting a fresh coat of paint for your homepage. We're talking about real digital transformation. How do you deploy AI-powered solutions, build seamless digital experiences, and set up a scalable infrastructure that actually drives business growth? Let's get into it. So I want you to picture this. Imagine what's happening right now when your next big referral, a highly lucrative prospect, looks you up online. They always do this before they ever book that first introductory call, right? They've heard great things, but now they're in verification mode. Which brings us to a rather uncomfortable question. Is your digital footprint validating their recommendation, or is it quietly turning them away? Here's the reality. For high-stakes professional services, your expertise absolutely cannot be tried before it's bought. A client can't just test drive a complex corporate tax strategy or a major litigation defense. Because of that, prospects are constantly looking for proxies. If your website is clunky, if it's slow, if the UI is outdated, that acts as a negative proxy for your firm's competence. It subconsciously tells them, hey, maybe these guys are a little behind the times in their actual practice too. To fix this, here is our roadmap for today. 1. The trust problem. 2. The 4 jobs of a website. 3. The new digital stakes. 4. The step-by-step build. And 5. The biggest mistakes you need to avoid. All right, Section 1, the trust problem and why generic sites are failing. The absolutely crucial takeaway here is this. Having brilliant senior people, an incredible referral network, and top-tier real-world credentials, that means literally nothing if your digital experience is actively working against you. The old, outdated mindset was treating corporate website development like you were just ordering a static, visually pleasing brochure. But today, the modern necessity is that your site must be an active, high-performance sales tool. We have to completely shift our perspective from pure aesthetics to innovation, conversion, and automation. Your website needs to operate like your best, most knowledgeable partner, working 24/7 to help you scale. Moving on to Section 2, the 4 jobs of a website and what a proper build actually does. A modern professional services website is essentially multitasking all day long. It has 4 vital jobs. Job 1, prove credibility instantly, in seconds. Job 2, educate and pre-qualify those high-intent, heavy researching visitors. Job 3, make the next steps completely frictionless. Think seamless integrations with your CRM, elegant automation interfaces, that kind of thing. And Job 4, get found. But listen, getting found doesn't just mean classic Google search anymore. It means having the technology in place to be shortlisted by AI tools like ChatGPT. Which brings us right into Section 3, the new digital stakes, and why this deserves real budget. The technological landscape has shifted so dramatically, and if you treat your web presence as an afterthought, you're going to be left in the dust by competitors who are treating this like a true expert technology partnership. A core element you need to understand is EEAT. That stands for experience, expertise, authoritativeness, and trust. Google weighs these trust signals incredibly heavily for any business touching money, legal outcomes, or health. If your site doesn't have deep, credentialed bios and clear evidence of your outcomes, it simply won't rank. You have to definitively prove your authority. Furthermore, we need to talk about performance. Page speed? It is no longer just an IT concern. It is a core business metric. Google actually measures this through something called Core Web Vitals. If your infrastructure isn't scalable and lightning fast, a slow site will literally bleed prospects before they read a single word of your thought leadership. In the digital world, speed equals trust. And here is probably the most urgent shift we are seeing right now. AI search is a very real referral channel. Prospects are actively asking AI assistants, like Perplexity, to recommend corporate law firms or accounting practices for their highly specific problems. If your website lacks clean, AI-readable, structured data, your firm is completely invisible to these modern tools. You just won't exist in the AI's answer. Crazy, right? Finally, let's touch on accessibility. Especially for regulated industries and anyone dealing with public sector clients, an accessible, compliant digital experience is the baseline expectation, and increasingly, it's a strict legal requirement. This is all about security, compliance, and providing a universal, premium performance across all devices and for all users. Okay, let's pivot to solutions in Section 4, the step-by-step build. Here's the sequence that actually works. A genuine, enterprise-grade build always starts with positioning and trust infrastructure. You have to map out real-world conversion triggers, like verified case studies. That strategy then dictates a fast technical foundation, engineered with structured data so your content can be parsed instantly by both busy human executives and AI bots. From there, we integrate frictionless next steps across a highly usable platform that actually empowers your team. And the whole ecosystem is designed to track one thing: meaningful, qualified business outcomes. Now, when it comes to step 5, the platform, the technology you choose has to fit your in-house capabilities. A headless CMS that offers premium, futuristic scalability. It is absolutely perfect for firms needing extreme speed, flexibility, and maybe managing multiple brand locations. On the flip side, simpler traditional platforms, like WordPress, might be the reliable, smart choice for lean teams that just want full, frictionless editorial control without needing constant developer support. Finally, Section 5, mistakes to avoid. Let's look at where these projects typically stall out. Whatever you do, avoid the trap of the static brochure. Projects completely stall out when you hide your experts behind vague pages, or when you choose a platform that benefits an agency's workflow rather than your own team's agility. Plus, if you let your page speed rot, ignore AI-readable structured data, or just publish useless fluff instead of real answers, well, you're guaranteeing your beautiful new site will be entirely ineffective. Don't do it. So, what does a true digital transformation actually take? Well, a well-scoped project to engineer this kind of solid foundation typically runs 8 to 14 weeks. Obviously, that depends heavily on the complexity of your practice areas and how deep we need to go with your CRM and automation integrations. But if you want to start right this minute, here is your most immediate takeaway. Your fastest win is to go in and replace generic team and case study pages with highly specific, credentialed, outcome-focused content. And crucially, this is huge, add one very clear next step, a direct call to action on every single page. Make it completely seamless for them to convert. I want to leave you with one final provocative thought to chew on. The firms that are pulling ahead right now, they aren't relying on flashy gimmicks. They are ensuring their deep expertise is actively readable by both high-net-worth humans and modern AI assistants. So ask yourself, when that next massive referral drops your name into ChatGPT today, is your digital presence ready to close the deal, or will you simply not exist? Thanks for joining me on this explainer, and I will see you next time.